Today I spotted an albino Dalmatian. It was the least I could do for him. Konnichiwa and welcome to Shave&Butcher YouTube channel. Today is Tabak Tuesday, so we're shaving with tabak. Original and the recipe, at least the Razzia Seife, is made since 1959. To go with that we have a German brush, the Shave Mac 28mm something Badger, cool stuff. And for a razor we have our, or your average Moritaka Hamono 240mm Gyoto with Aogami super carbon steel. So I hope you're doing well. Hope your week's been all right so far. It is only Tuesday, so a lot of things could still go wrong, which is comforting to know. I haven't used tobacco in quite a while, and it is nice. Just so many other soaps come in the way. I tried night music, as you saw in the last video, and really enjoyed it. So I was a bit inspired, so I wrote to Barrister Man, and I even wrote a poem, which I won't read to you. God knows why. Maybe after a whiskey or two, and asked for, you know, a soap that smells like death. I'm a little bit obsessed by that, which is childish, but what can you do? So they wrote back and said Hallows. Hallows is sort of their take on, you know, death. So I checked, and there are still a few available. I mean, this is a soap that's been released a number of times for Halloween, I think, particularly. And I asked the Swedish Wet Shaving Forum if anyone had a set that comes with a balm, or I quite like, because I like balms. And I managed to track down a set, so we're getting that and really looking forward to that. You know, it's earthy scents and scents that are not necessarily super pleasant, but scents that are, you know, interesting and thought-provoking. I like those. I like to mix them up. I don't like that all the time. I like a rose scent. I like citrusy scents. I like a lot of things. There's very few things I don't like. I think I don't like lavender. I don't quite know, because I've never tried a lavender soap. So you know, you have your hang-ups, and I think it makes sense to challenge your thoughts on these things. It could be something you've never tried, and then really you shouldn't have an opinion, although I do too. And it could be things, soaps, aftershaves, razors, what have you, that you didn't like when you tried it. And this was maybe several years ago. Should we add more water? Let's add more water. We like water. Because I find, you know, challenging yourself and your beliefs is good, it's interesting, because your shaving evolves and your taste evolves, and, you know, maybe you're missing out on something you really like. Who knows? Okie dokie. So 2 days of growth. So quite a bit of stuff to get rid of. First shave with this razor, so I want to be a bit careful. It's designed to punch through things. So maybe for once my bread knife holding or grip will serve me good. I can't hold the handle, because then, you know, this is half a meter away, and I'm just gonna, so I may cut myself or punch myself anyway, but let's try, let's see. First pass. Gonna go a bit slow today and maybe not talk so much because I need to concentrate. This razor is slightly larger than what I'm used to, and I have Parkinson's disease, so I'm not super steady all the time. The razor is on loan from my Honemeister. There's no battery left, that's good. Niclas Gudmundsson, who's into Japanese knives, straight razors as well as cooking knives or whatever you call it. So it's heavy, huh? And it's home, so he told me you can use the whole blade. Really? Okay, good. It's interesting with the weight, the balance is a bit off when you hold it like this. So just slightly. He shaves with these things on a pretty frequent basis. So I was going to show you that there's hair there. So it's not a joke, there's actual hair coming off. I'll link one of the videos where he uses, I think I'll pick one with an even bigger knife than this. So he's the champion, and people have done this before. I've seen others do it, so we're not trying anything new, but it's new for me. Okay, other side. This will take a bit of time. I can't see anything. Huh. Oh shit. I punctured something. That's unusual, that angle. Okay, see? Is there any blood? Yeah, a bit of blood. I just punched right into the skin there. Very comfortable edge. And as a general advice, I think when you're using a tool you're not really accustomed to, go slow. Why not? There's no point in rushing. So it's a bit uncomfortable in that it is large, and it's tricky because you really have to keep track of the point and the heel, so that you don't put it somewhere where you really don't want it. There you go, a bit of gooey stuff there for you. So this is on loan from Niclas, who also honed it. And he said, yeah, I asked him, and he said, yeah, I'll do a quick video on the stones I used and that sort of thing. And I'll send it in a day or two. I said, obviously I can't wait. So if I don't bleed to death from this shave, this is going up before that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, apart from the fact that it's large and the balance is a bit wonky, and this is designed to punch into things, it feels very much like any straight razor. You know, in terms of edge, it's very similar. So we'll see how it does on the hollows. Yeah, pretty okay. So using different parts of the blade. just to make sure he honed it properly. Oh, now see, you can go like that and then you have half an ear. That's just pure luck that I managed to. Yeah, and he did say, yeah, maybe wipe the blade. Don't put it under the, you know, I may still do that because I'm talking to you guys and you're not really focused. But I'll try to wipe it, Niclas. So yeah, I mean, he's the, as Matti said in his latest video, Niclas might be the best Honmeister in Sweden. Probably the most famous anyway. Where are we? But it's fun to experiment, isn't it? Okay, find a grip for this one. Leather's a bit on the dry side today. So we won't see any leather drops, unfortunately. But yeah, normal week, nothing exciting going on really. Okie dokie. I'm gonna put this down somewhere so we can do a second pass. I'm thinking maybe that wasn't spectacular, but it was probably all right. Just bear with us for a second. Righty. The 1st of December today. So that's that. We had a bit of snow. And that's really nice. We just had very little bit of snow, but it's still super nice, you know. Makes you think of Christmas and winter. Plus, where I live in Sweden, it's very dark in the winter. We complain a lot about that. I was talking to someone from the north of Sweden today, and he said, well, you know what? Last year on Lucia, which is a festivity we celebrate on the 13th of December, I went out at noon, and there it was dark. It was pitch black. You could imagine the sort of the top of the sun behind the trees, but not quite. It didn't quite come up. So I shouldn't complain. Okay, here we go. Second pass. How do I do this? Okay. Okay, not too bad. Can I hold here maybe? Nah. No. So limited stretching today. Oh, it kind of works. Go slow. Huh. Yeah, not horrible. Not perfect, but not horrible. Okay, sideways. He did such a better job than I'm doing, that's for sure. You know, I'm not joking. This is a really comfortable edge. It really is. I didn't think so. He said, yeah, it's pretty good, but this is super good. Such a beautiful blade as well, isn't it? Okay, other side. Ah. Okay, I don't feel I have control here. It's skipping a bit. That's not the edge. Sometimes if you have a dull edge, it skips. The skipping is because I'm not quite in control and I'm not stretching the skin. So let's try this. Niclas is going, it's an expensive razor, hold it properly. It's my bad hand. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Let's see. Oh, okay. Can you hear it cutting? It is, I promise. Okay, this is tricky. This is hard with a normal straight will do. I mean, regardless of what you use, you want to get a good shave out of it. Even if this is show ponying a bit. No, okay. It's like cartridge level or something. No, I shouldn't say that. I like cartridge razors. Voila. Okay, we'll improve the neck a bit and we'll add a tiny bit of water. So yeah, I mean, if you want to see someone shave properly with a kitchen knife, or whatever you call it, it's not a razor anyway, then you want to check out Niclas. And someone else did, I can't remember who it was. Okay, here we go. This will be interesting. Against the grain on the neck. Yeah. Oops. Not too bad. You really need to stretch on the neck. Just gonna use some more tissue paper. And you can use different techniques for stretching the neck. You can check out Dag at Barely Normal Wet Shaver. He has a special technique. Okay. The hollows are tricky. out the point. Ah, there you go. Okay, let's see how we did. Let us see how we did. Wipe that off. Clean that off properly, obviously. Bear with us. Okay, let's do a bit of a rinse and see how we did, yeah? Some areas are good. Yeah, cheeks are fine. You know, it's not altogether bad. Not altogether bad. I can do a lot of buffing and picking up and stuff with this, but this is like a, yeah, I could go to work like this, for sure. Well, nowadays you can go to work without shaving, but I really could, and it's interesting to see that it's possible to shave with all kinds of stuff. And more importantly, it's interesting to see how a good Honemeister can put a keen, comfortable, sharp, smooth edge to, I'm not going to say anything, but definitely a kitchen knife. We're going Japanese for aftershave, Lucido from the Mandem Corporation in Japan. And see how that feels. Is there going to be a burn? Well, there's hardly any alcohol in this one, so no, feels good. Feels good. I'm happy. I'm really happy we did this. I'm happy you watched it too. That was, I'll admit, it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was cool. So we have been shaving with, and gonna put my note back up because it's a lot of Japanese words. We have been shaving with the Moritaka Hamono 240 millimeter, and it's about, what is it, 2 inches wide probably, Gyoto with Aogami Super carbon steel. Thank you, Niclas, really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. See you soon and stay sharp.